Hey, what is going on everyone? Another day, another penny. My name is Daryl, and today I'm going to show you how to plan your proposal step by step. This is a huge day or a huge stepping stone for those of you in a relationship. Asking someone to be your partner for the rest of your life is probably the biggest decision you'll ever make yet. This is the event where you spend most of the time doing research in terms of figuring out the ring size, locations, and other stuff. But don't worry about those. I've been there before because I actually recently proposed to my now fiance a couple months ago. So I am here to guide you so your proposal could go as smoothly as possible. Here's my step-by-step guide to successfully plan your proposal so you could secure the word yes. First and foremost, you have to make sure that you guys are on the same page, meaning that you guys are actually understanding each other and you guys are both ready to take the next step of your relationship. I call this method a pre-yes method. One way to do this is by somehow discussing marriage or wedding in your casual conversation. Try to ask questions like, if we get married, where do you want to have a wedding? How many guests will you invite? What will be our first son's daughter's name? Or be playful and ask, if I propose today, will you say yes? Now, if she gives you the yes on that one, she'll most likely say yes on the big day. But if she says no, or she is judging the questions you ask, she is most likely not ready yet. But will this ruin the surprise? Yes and no. Yes, because she is probably wondering why you are asking all these questions. But no, because she will most likely forget all the hints you gave. Not unless you ask her the next day or so, which I suggest not to. Give yourself a good amount of time between all those subtle hints and the big day. Being on the same page with your partner will give you that boost of confidence to continue with your proposal plan, and this also is a safe method to whether or not you guys are ready for the next step. Number 2, know your budget. Let's assume that you guys are on the same page and now you are wondering now how much you should spend on an engagement ring. You will probably Google this question, and the number one thing that will come up is that you need to spend 2 months of your income on an engagement ring. This is a stupid method in my honest opinion, and this is one way you may end up putting yourself into debt or even more. Buy what you can afford in terms of her liking the ring. What I mean by this is that you have to buy the ring that would suit her perfectly within your budget. This goes back to my previous advice that you might want to subtly ask her about what's her ring type. Once you found out, then it's time for you to set up your budget, shop around, and use your judgment to get that beautiful engagement ring. Next step, find her ring size. Well, how the hell in the world are you going to do this without her finding out? Well, you got a couple options, but I'm going to tell you 3 different effective ways. First one, you could get her ring size while she is asleep. Get a measuring tape or get a printable ring sizer from some of the major jewelry stores online, cut it, and measure her ring finger while she's in a deep sleep. Second way, if she wears rings, just stick one of her rings. This is probably the most accurate way to get her ring size. Obviously, try to pick a ring that she wears on her ring finger as much as possible. Last method is to just pick a bigger ring size. This is a safe way to make sure that the ring fits on her finger once you ask on the day and avoid embarrassment. Well, this is what I did anyways. Don't stress too much about this because most of the jewelry stores can resize the ring for free. Next step on the list, and this is probably optional to some of you out there, is to ask for parents' blessings. I say this is optional because there are some of you out there that don't really have a good relationships with your future in-laws, or your partner just doesn't have that good relationship with his or her parents. By the way, I highly suggest you do this because it shows that you are serious with marriage, and it shows that you highly respect the parents' decision whether the parents give the blessings or not. If you don't get the blessings that you wanted, just respectfully ask them to respect your decision to still marry their daughter. Luckily for me, I got the blessings from my fiance's parents. I think this is the most nerve-wracking step that I ever done in my life, and to be honest, this is worse than asking my fiance on the day of the proposal. Now you get the ring, you feel confident that she's going to say yes, and you get the blessings from her parents. It's time for you to pick the perfect location and include whoever you want to include for this big surprise. This is where you use your good judgment towards her. Do you think she's going to be comfortable in a public or private locations? Do you want to include her best friend or parents? Or do you want to include your friends or parents? Whatever that is, make sure you are using your best judgments to not ruin the surprise and execute a perfect proposal plan. Think about what is meaningful to her and sprinkle your ideas around that. I can't help you that much during this process because each and every relationship is different from the others. The big day is here and you got all your plans ready. The last thing you don't want to do is to overthink it. Practice your script if you made one as much as you can. Keep yourself busy with other stuff like living in the present. Keep your mind focused on what's going on around so you can prevent yourself from overthinking. Your plans may not happen 100%, so be flexible. Your end goal here is to get on your knees and ask her and hope that she says yes. I did mine during our annual Christmas party with friends. Since I am always the host of the party, I was occupied with other stuff going on during that night. My friends didn't know about my proposal plan, but my family did. So when we were about to do the white elephant gift exchange, the plan was to have one of my brothers hold the gift, the one with the engagement ring in it, and the end goal was to land the gift to my fiance. Well, it didn't go as I planned because somehow in my brain, I forgot how crazy the white elephant exchange gift was, if you know how the game works. Long story short, my mom had the gift and my fiance has a pull-up workout band's gift. So I gave my mom a signal to exchange the gift with her, and everyone was wondering why my 68 years old mom would want a pull-up band gift. Good thing she didn't catch it. So when she opened it, I put protein bars around the ring, by the way, when I came down on my knees, and she was so stunned when I asked her to marry me. Of course she said yes, but I tried to put a ring on, but it didn't fit initially. I thought I got the wrong size, so we went to the jewelry store the next day for resizing, but it was actually a perfect size for her. The staff told me this tip, and this goes to my last bonus tip, is to make sure when you try to slide the ring on her, make sure she bends her ring finger to about 30 to 45 degrees so it could slide easily. The reason you want to do this because you notice when your finger is straight, the width of your finger bone is larger compared to when you bend it. Do not make the mistake I made where her finger was so straight. I guess we were both nervous that night and I was forcing it. Like I was jamming it on her finger and my face was turning red because it won't fit. Like I felt a little bit embarrassed, but I was like, whatever. She already said yes. Well, there goes my step-by-step guide to how to properly plan your proposal. Please take your time, get to know each other well, do a good amount of research, and focus on what you can afford. Please let me know in the comment section below how you are going to propose to your loved ones, or if you already did, how did it go? Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button if you find this video informative. That's it for me, and remember everyone, sweet baby Jesus loves you. Peace.